What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Saturday with SWAGASSI. Special announcement. This is going to be under 10 minutes long. I know that the attention span of everybody is getting shorter and shorter, and so they want to get to the point. So my challenge is to give this to you in under 10 minutes, still be powerful. I am still going to post this on YouTube because I want to grow my channel, but I'm going to give it to you straight today, and hopefully have all the impact. Saturday with SWAGASSI. Today what we are talking about is what I did to change my mindset. Prior to me posting videos, if you look at my Instagram page, there's a whole bunch of videos there. But before then, I wasn't the man that I am today, or I didn't make the decision to be the guy that I'm aspiring to be today. I wasn't there. Today, we're going to get into stuff like books, podcasts, music, partying, television, friendships. I'm going to get into all of that and show all of you how that led to me making the change to be the man that I am today. Change of mindset. Before I will let you guys all know how I changed my mindset, I want to present to all of you my flaws. I had a lot of flaws, right? First and foremost, I was a criticizer. Now we're speaking in terms of about a little less than 6 years ago. About 6 years ago is when I fully made the decision to change. 6 going on 7 years ago, I fully made the decision to change myself, and it started with putting the Lord first. But anyway, that's what started to change my mindset. Before 6 or 7 years ago, I was a totally different person. Again, continuing, I was a criticizer, always looked at the negative in other people, used that to be humorous. Second, I was very, very self-conscious. Most self-conscious I was in high school, right? It took me an hour and a half to get ready for school. And almost every single day I was late to school. Why? Because I couldn't figure out what I was going to wear. Right? Now I'm checking my watch because I want to make sure I get this done in 10 minutes, right? Cursed a lot. I cussed almost every other word. I said A word. I said the F word, the B word all the time, and I almost didn't even care who I was saying it around. Like, even if I had little nieces and nephews, I'd still cuss. Like, as if that was cool. Totally not cool. Totally don't do it anymore. I woke up late all the time, right? Fourth thing, I woke up, fourth thing, I woke up late all the time. Never did I wake up before 12 o'clock. Always woke up after. Times I woke up like at 3:30, 4 o'clock after being hungover, just to start my day. Imagine that. So much time wasted. Nowadays, totally different. I wake up between 4 and 5 o'clock, speak to my lady, and then I get my day started. You know, don't touch my phone until 9 a.m., stuff like that. Last flaw that is tough for me to express to you guys, but this was a big one in my life that led me to the point where I needed to change. I used to smoke marijuana. I used to call it tree. I used to smoke marijuana. And that led me to a very, very dark point in my life. Because that marijuana, it wasn't a gateway drug for me. That was the only drug that I ever messed with. But it was a gateway environment. Gateway to toxic environment, toxic people. And by all means, everyone around there, everyone that I was around during that time, I have nothing against. I know we were all adolescent, we were all young, we were all looking to find ourselves, we all had insecurity. By all means, I'm not judging anybody that I was around during that time, but I know that it was a toxic environment for me. Didn't like it. It got to the point where, now I'll tell you why I changed. It got to the point where that became a habit, and everything else that followed after that, it got to the point where I knew that these habits weren't serving me. This potential that I'm chasing now and that I'm seeking now, this potential me, this Agassi that's aspiring to be successful and has dreams, I knew that during those times, I was getting further and further and further away from it. Second reason as to why I made the change and why I seek a different mindset was, I prayed for it. At the time, God wasn't first in my life, but I can say that I've always had the faith in the Lord, and it got to the point where it was so dark that I just prayed for a change, personally for me. Third reason I have is, life was very, very dark. And what I mean by dark was, it got to the point where I was almost everything I did was almost like a sin. Like, everything was a lie. Everything was not looking at the best in people. It was just a very, very dark place. The darkest point in my life that led to this change was I had a dream. Not a Martin Luther King dream. I had a dream, a very dark dream. It was a nightmare, in all honesty. In this dream, which was so vivid, I was driving in a convertible, 1970 Cadillac convertible, black paint, listening to rap music with the people that I was around then. We were driving. it was all a good time in my dream, driving down the coast of California, and then all of a sudden, the street beneath us opened up like a hole, and then all of a sudden, the car dives down in my dream, and we're in burning lava. We're like literally in lava burning, and I have this feeling like I'm beginning to burn in hell. And I can always remember the image in this dream of mine, like looking up to like above land, like the earth above the hole, and just looking up, like wanting to do anything I possibly could to get back up, and having this guilt like, Lord, I am so sorry for these habits that I've developed. I'm so sorry for this lifestyle that I've lived. And I just really, really wanted to just get out. And then I finally wake up and I'm like, oh my Lord, thank you so much. And that is what sparked the change. A week later, as I close, a week later, I find out that I'm moving to Las Vegas. That was about 7 years ago. And in Las Vegas was the first step towards my change. What led to my change is I actually finally was given by the Lord a mentor. And I actually sought him as a mentor. And he was my Uncle Nestor. He was a spiritual mentor to me. He put back putting and prioritizing God first in my life. He reminded me that kindness and humility were the two most powerful things that we can do on top of our faith and on top of serving the Lord. Kindness and humility in all matters. And from that foundation, it has led me to reading more books. It has led me to listening to podcasts of highly successful people with highly successful habits that they apply, that I do my best to apply, that have got them to their success. It has changed my vision, my standard in music. Don't listen to rap, hip hop anymore. All like jazz, Mozart, things that like I get the emotion and the meaning from. A lot of instrumental type of music. By all means, still listen to classic rock, Bed of Roses, karaoke. I'm singing it, you already know. But it's changed my music. Television, have not watched television for 5 years. Never had cable. Parties, I do not go to parties anymore. Friendships. My vision on friendships now, as I close, is my friendship is I love everybody. But I make a choice and I have a high standard for who I allow in my circle. And I tend to want to surround myself with people who have qualities about them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that I believe that if I applied, I would grow. And that's who I keep around me. But anyway, and before I close, one last thing before I close, what I'm wearing. This right here is a Sherpa jacket from Old Navy. This is size 2X. Why is it 2X? Because it's huge. When I went to Japan and proposed to my fiance, I noticed that everybody was wearing Sherpa. Everybody was wearing oversized. And I was like, hey, when in Japan, dress like the Japanese. So I bought, this was given to me as a gift by my sister-in-law here in the States, but the inspiration for me to want something like this was from Japan. But these were from Japan. These pants that I'm wearing, these are Kappa, extremely baggy pants, right? I'm wearing my favorite belt, wearing my chain wallet that I already showed you, got my rings on. These are everyday, and yeah, that's the outfit for today. I am not wearing shoes because again, we don't wear shoes in the house. But if I do step out, they're gonna be the white Cortezes, my favorite shoe. But anyway. Thank you all for listening to me as I expressed to all of you how I changed and why I changed my mindset. I hope that you all tune in next week because I'm going to have a special guest. Anyway, life is good and God is great. See you all next week on Saturday with SWAGASSI.